In a remote corner of the world, there existed a town known as Silent Brook. It was a place of eerie quietness, where the usual sounds of bustling life were conspicuously absent. The streets were lined with abandoned houses, their windows shattered and their doors ajar. There were no birds chirping, no laughter, no footsteps, just an unsettling stillness that seemed to have settled over the town like a shroud. Intrigued by the mystery, I decided to visit Silent Brook and uncover the truth behind its eerie reputation. As I walked through the deserted streets, a sense of unease crept over me. The air was heavy with the scent of decay, and the wind whispered secrets that I couldn't decipher. I entered one of the abandoned houses, its interior frozen in time. Dust-covered furniture stood as silent witnesses to a past that had faded away. The rooms were untouched, as if their inhabitants had vanished without a trace. As I explored further, I noticed a flicker of movement outside the window. My heart raced as I saw a figure, a young girl with pale skin and dark eyes, standing by the street. She seemed out of place, a solitary figure amidst the desolation. Curiosity got the better of me, and I stepped outside to approach her. But as I drew closer, the girl's eyes met mine, and a sense of dread washed over me. Her lips moved, but there was no sound, just a silent plea that seemed to echo in the stillness. "Who are you?" I asked, my voice barely audible in the heavy silence that surrounded us. The girl's gaze held a mixture of sadness and fear. She gestured for me to follow her, leading me through the abandoned streets of Silent Brook. The town seemed to stretch on endlessly, each building bearing witness to the absence of life. Finally, we reached a clearing on the outskirts of the town. In the center stood an ancient tree, its branches twisted and gnarled. The girl's eyes were fixed on the tree, and as I looked closer, I saw that it was adorned with countless pieces of paper, handwritten notes that fluttered in the breeze. Approaching the tree, I picked up one of the notes and read the words scrawled upon it. The notes were pleas for help, messages of despair, and cries for understanding. Each one was a desperate attempt to break the suffocating silence that had consumed Silent Brook. I turned to the girl, my heart heavy with empathy. What happened here? Why is there no sound, no life? The girl's eyes filled with tears, and she pointed to the tree. Her gestures were accompanied by the memory of a fateful day, an event that had stolen the voices of the town's inhabitants, leaving them trapped in a world of silence. The tragedy had been a result of an otherworldly occurrence, a rift between dimensions that had torn through Silent Brook. The force had stolen not just sound, but life itself, leaving the town frozen in time. The inhabitants had become shadows, their voices unheard, their existence suspended. Determined to help, I searched for a way to mend the rift and restore life to Silent Brook. Guided by the girl's presence, I discovered an ancient talisman hidden within the abandoned town hall. The talisman held the power to bridge the gap between dimensions and restore the balance that had been disrupted. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the deserted town, I stood before the tree with the talisman in hand. The wind picked up, carrying a mournful melody that seemed to fill the air. With a deep breath, I activated the talisman's power, channeling my energy into the rift. A brilliant light engulfed the tree, its branches trembling as if awakening from a long slumber. The notes fluttering on the branches began to emit a soft hum, growing louder with every passing moment. And then, a miracle. I heard it, the distant sound of life, the chirping of birds, the rustling of leaves, the distant laughter of children. The rift closed, the power of the talisman sealing the dimensions together once more. The town of Silent Brook came alive, its streets filled with the sounds of existence that had long been absent. The girl smiled, her eyes filled with gratitude, before she faded into the light, her purpose fulfilled. As I left Silent Brook, I couldn't help but reflect on the journey I had undertaken. Sometimes, it takes a single act of understanding and compassion to mend the fractures that divide our world. Silent Brook was no longer a town frozen in silence. It was a place of resilience and renewal, a testament to the enduring power of sound, connection, and the will to bring life back to where it had been lost.